The Ravens Flock presents The Black Files, an uncensored interview and review podcast for all geek fandom.
Welcome, everybody. Friends, pals, guys, gals, boys, girls, all around the world, everybody in between. If you're a friend or you're a fiend, welcome to the uncensored, uncompromising podcast of the Ravens Flock. Welcome to a brand new episode of The Black Files. Folks, thank you very much for joining in tonight on this fine Wednesday evening, February 9th, 2022. I am your host, Juan Arauz, one of the heads of the Ravens Flock. Basically, I'm the tech dude who makes everything happen. Jose has a much more florid and colorful introduction for me. Speaking of which, here is the founder of the Ravens Flock, the host of our main program and our pro wrestling recap show, Wrestle Rewind, hailing from the dark and sinister sides of, I don't know, I guess his bedroom or whatever. Welcome, everybody. The head of the Ravens Flock, Mr. Jose Casabona.
Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? Yes, it is Wednesday, February 9th. I have confirmed it for Juan's sake. And yeah, I am happy to be here. My belly is full of nice hot food, and I am more than ready to continue this saga.
Yep. Thank you very much for that, Joe. Appreciate it here. And thank you also, if I hadn't mentioned it already, you're the one who brought this entire ordeal to the group's attention here in the Ravens Flock while we were discussing everything. And you're the one who brought all this up for us. So this son of a bitch needs to go down. For real, I really can't. I can't disagree at all in any way, shape, or form on this whatsoever. For those of you who are uninitiated, this show, The Black Files, is a little more hard-hitting. It's a little more in-depth in the world of geek culture, pop culture, everything in between, things happening in the YouTubeosphere, as it were, things happening in the world of entertainment or in the world of, cosplay and at large. We basically try to discuss topics that require more depth, that require more introspection, require more analysis, more discussion, and we don't hold back. We don't filter ourselves anymore on this stuff. I know that we don't really filter ourselves to begin with, but here we'll say whatever the hell we want. Damn the consequences from there. Of course, what we're not going to do is we're not going to go out of our way to disparage people just for the hell of it. And we are simulcasting tonight, as we always do, on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/theravensflock, and our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/theravensflockonline. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Please enter in the chat because we are live and we are discussing this live. I see Vampsith, hey y'all, on the YouTube chat. I see Gene Rick is on. And trying to hear.
There we go.
There we go. And we're sort of jumped in by our by tonight's guest, folks. I want to go ahead and introduce Sarah Serenity Cosplay. Welcome to the Black Files. How are you doing tonight?
You actually just caught me at a good time. I just got off work, and it's Sarah Serenity Magical Cosplay. You keep forgetting the
magical. I am very sorry about that. I was hoping.
No. This one's on me. I had to compromise because I didn't want to put too many. I guess it's my fault. I didn't want to put too many words in front of the thumbnail. Over cluttering. Because that's what
resizing's for. Now I'm over here I look like I got egg on my face on this, but no, but it's all right. We apologize.
No, it's okay.
Sarah Serenity Magical Cosplay.
It's fine.
Sarah,
you can still just call me Sarah Serenity, man.
We appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm also seeing MMS. I don't know who that is. Hi, welcome to the Black Files. So they're saying hi. They're giving heart and peace sign emojis. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for joining us.
So, Juancho, I'll help mitigate things for you. I'll manage the chats and I'll see what's happening. Okay.
That's perfectly fine. You can go ahead and you can manage the chat, and we'll go ahead and we'll be taking off from here. For those who are uninitiated, this is a part 2 of sort of an ongoing story that we're discussing here, involving the parents, mind you, not specifically the artist himself. The parents of a 9-year-old child who is being marketed in the convention community here in Florida under the name The Autistic Tiger. As you can imagine from the name, as part of the branding, as part of the marketing, they're pushing the fact that their child is autistic. They're pushing the fact that their child is an artist, and he likes drawing. He likes making sketches. He likes drawing his favorite characters and original doodles, and it's very thoughtful, very nice. The only problem is that it reeks of child exploitation. It reeks of exploitation of people with who have autism. And as they put up on the chat, this is a sensitive subject, so please be aware. Yeah, we are going to be discussing mental health conditions. We are not. No one in the Ravens flock is purporting ourselves to be a mental health expert, or anyone with a doctorate, anyone with a medical degree or psychological or psychiatric.
We are not licensed professionals. Please,
No.
please go to other licensed professionals about these subjects.
Please. All we're doing is we're discussing our take on what's going on with this guy, or specifically the parent of this poor kid, the parents of this poor kid. And at no point during our program, as I stated last week, at no point during our program are we actually going to try and disparage a 9-year-old child, let alone a 9-year-old autistic child. That is a low blow. That is gutter. That's trash. It is so screwed up, and that's not our bag. I'm showing over here. MMS are saying they love the Ravens flock. Thank you for talking.
They love the Ravens flock, and then they're saying thank you for talking. It's always hard to just talk.
Yep.
And we got some some hand clapping emojis from Gene Rick saying hello, Sarah.
Hi.
You've got a fan in Gene Rick. Very cool.
And then Vamp Smith in the comments saying, "Don't forget the quotation allegedly tonight for sure." Just
allegedly.
In case.
I should have gone ahead and prepared blinking text saying allegedly, like speculation warning. You know, I know that our friend Steph the Alternate, she's got her bit where she says when she's trying to give a disclaimer, she's like, "This is my theory, my conspiracy, my opinion, my whatever." It's like that's just her covering her assets. But if I'm understanding everything here, from what we discussed like last week and in between in the week here, Sarah Serenity, that you actually have a firsthand account of having to deal with the father who runs Autistic Tiger. Am I right here?
Yeah.
Or
Yes, but before I go into that, I'm going to make it clear that whatever statements I make tonight is not reflected on the owners of VillyCon. So this statement is my own, and I will take account for it. Secondly, I want to make it clear to everyone in the community who don't know, I'm also autistic. I have high-functioning autism with Asperger's, ADHD, pervasive developmental disorder, anxiety disorder, panic disorder, and PTSD. So I know exactly what it's like to be autistic. So I have no grudge against the child, and I firmly believe that it's the sins of the parents that need to pay for their own actions, not the child that needs to pay for anything. So I have nothing against this sweet little boy who deserves so much love and a better family, in my opinion. But yes, firstly, my first interaction with the man from Autistic Tiger was actually the first time with him was last year during the first VillyCon. Now, I think that when you had interviewed me last year, it was before VillyCon.
Yeah, I remember. I remember we were hyping up about VillyCon, or rather, you were helping us hype up about it. So.
Yes, and my interaction with him that first day. Keep in mind, I introduced to him as an autistic cosplayer, and that I raised autism awareness and mental health awareness through cosplay. Okay.
Right.
He got mad at me, like really fucking angry at me, because I didn't have business cards. And I didn't have a professional banner made in time because I was financially struggling. I had just recovered from coronavirus a few months prior, so I was just catching up on bills and everything else. Like, I wasn't able to get it done in time. And he said, and I quote, he literally said, "You're not a professional cosplayer. You're not a real cosplayer unless you have business cards, unless you have a banner. Is this your first booth? I can definitely tell that it's your first booth," which is actually not true. It was my second booth, because my first con that I was a guest at was Savannah Amazing Comic-Con back in 2018. So this is my second. He he just went on and on about, he even said, and this made me cry, he said that I was a disgrace to the autistic community because I did not have fucking business cards.
Whoa! What
That is a cheap low blow from this guy.
What the
What
fuck?
the hell?
Oh my god! Holy crap! Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Absolute.
And
That is ridiculous.
And I can tell you the aftermath of what happened after that. He would not let me get one fucking word in. He would not let me say one fucking word. He just kept degrading me, saying I'm not a real model. I'm not a real cosplayer. I'm too fat to cosplay. And that I was a disgrace to the autistic community and the mental health community. And then he fucking walked away while I was literally in tears. 3 girls came up and they said, like, "We wanted to beat up that guy for you." And they were such sweethearts. And then during the Gotham Underground panel, because I was still hurt by the whole thing, so I took a break from my booth. I went to the panel for Gotham Underground cosplay, and those are friends of mine. Those are supporters of mine.
Yeah, we know Gotham Underground. They're good people.
They are.
And during their panel, because I was so hurt by it, because this is not my first negative interaction with a person that criticized me on how I am as a cosplayer. It's actually my 5th, not with Autistic Tiger, but just other people in general. I literally asked them, like, what happens if you interact with someone who says that you're not a real cosplay model or you're not professional enough, if you don't have business cards, if you don't have a banner, or if you get told to open your legs for everyone?
No way. Did this guy actually say that?
He did not fucking say that.
No, he did not say that, but I could tell that he was looking down at my lower waist.
Of course he was.
You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Not only was he disparaging you to your face, saying that you were that you were somehow, just because you didn't have business cards on hand and you didn't have a banner set up for your booth.
But he was, but he had the balls to like be checking you out.
Oh yeah. No. I literally got told by other people that he was looking at me up and down from afar across the hall. And then as soon as he found that I did not have business cards, that I could not afford them, he literally tore me down and talked down at me and would not let me say one fucking word in. And then he walked away. And so during the Gotham Underground panel, I'm like, how do you handle someone that tells you you're not professional enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not good enough if you don't have business cards or a banner? And I broke down crying. I broke down crying in front of everyone. And oh my God, Joseph was so awesome enough. And they were so sweet enough to invite me to speak out on my story on how I've become a cosplayer and what cosplay has done for me. So it's just the fact that this man from Autistic Tiger, he really tore me down and it really dug at me for a while. Because it made me wonder, like, if I was even truly a good enough cosplayer. Because in the past, 4 other people have told me, oh, well, you're not a real cosplay model, you're not a real actress, you're not a real anything unless you open your legs to everyone that you meet.
This is a fucking joke. You have got to be kidding me.
Nope. People have literally told me straight up that if I want to be sponsored, I have to be willing to show off my breasts, my ass, my vagina, and be willing to sell nudes for fucking cheap.
This has got to be a fucking joke. I cannot believe
That is
this.
ridiculous.
Like, oh my god, this guy is absolutely unbelievable. Like, okay.
Well, no, I'm not saying he said that in general.
But you've had other folks saying this stuff to you, that they were that in order to be successful or marketable or sponsored, you have to show tits and ass.
No, not just tits and ass. You have to be willing to spread your legs for other people too. I've literally been told that by 4 other fucking people.
Oh my god almighty, I think I'm gonna be sick.
That's ridiculous. That is stupid.
That has got to be some of the most ass backward, disgusting shit I've ever heard in terms of the cosplay community, in terms of like what it takes to quote unquote be a famous, successful cosplayer. Like, okay, you can make the argument that if you've got it flaunted, that's fine. That's a person's choice. That's whatever. That's their bag. But if that's not the way they want to market themselves, if that's not what their aspirations, they shouldn't be fucking belittled or told that they're a failure or told that they're not good enough as a cosplayer because they refuse to do that. That's up to the individual. That's up to each individual person. Like, you can go to every end of like the spectrum in terms of like sexiness and not sexiness or whatever, if you want to, in terms of cosplay. You've got folks who are armor builders. They're showing off their craftsmanship. They're showing off their technical abilities. You've got folks who try to take their own spins on costumes. The first person that comes to mind is Hijabi Hooligan. I don't know if you know her at all.
Nope, never heard of her.
Okay, as you can imagine, she's a Muslim woman who loves cosplaying, and she adapts cosplays that she's got in order to keep the traditional Muslim garb in a hijab. All her outfits are top-notch stuff, and she doesn't have to freaking show herself off. Like, literally, she doesn't have to do that. Not just because like it would be against her religious belief, but she's also making the active choice. Like, that's not what she's emphasizing. She's emphasizing her creativity in getting around. Like, okay, how can I make myself look like Thor, for example, while keeping the hijab as part of my outfit? You know, it's like it's putting your own creative spins on things, or using your in your case, you're using your cosplay. I know that you've done Darla Dixon for Walking Dead, and I fucking love it. I wanted to get a print from you when we saw each other at VillaCon. I was running at 1,000,000 miles a minute. I'm sorry I didn't do that before I left, but I'm still gonna get a print from you. I'm gonna order one this weekend from you. I promise. So I'm because I wanted to get that. But you love Walking Dead, you love cosplaying. I've seen you do dozens of different cosplays ever since you got started. You're using your passion for cosplay as a platform for yourself to promote your creativity, to promote the fandoms you love. As like you said yourself, you're also promoting autism and mental health awareness, like neurodivergency awareness, and that's fucking awesome. Not everyone has to fit into the mold of you're either tits and ass or you're nobody. You know, like that's not how that.
Yeah,
shit
that's
works.
that. Yeah, no, exactly. That's not the standard for being a great cosplayer.
There is no real standard in terms of like what.
No, I never said standard. I never said real standard. I said that's not the standard.
Yeah,
no. Like this guy. Yeah.
I'm building on what you said here. Like that's not the standard for cosplay, and I'm adding to that, saying that there really isn't one set standard of what a cosplayer is. It's art form. It's an art of cosplay. Real quick on the
I'll take care of that.
No, I actually want to look at the Twitch chat over here. Miss Riddlebox cosplay from Gotham Underground. Hi, Miss Riddlebox. Welcome to our Twitch stream on the Black Files. We appreciate you tuning in. I hope you're subscribed to us over here on Twitch and or YouTube. She's saying it was very sad. We remember how hurt she was that day. We assured we all start somewhere. No banner, no prints, etc. Yeah, no, I expect no less. You know, I expect no less. You guys are awesome people, you know, and everyone in Gotham Underground, past and present, every single one of y'all have been nothing but sweethearts. You've all been, you know, great people to hang out with and great people to meet with. Just swap barbs with cosplay just for fun, shits and giggles. And I love hearing that you guys are supportive and you're trying to help lift everyone else up in terms of the cosplay community. So I appreciate that, Miss Roodlebox. Thank you so much. I say you were going to go ahead and read off the YouTube chat.
Yeah, I'll start it off.
Angel.
I'm gonna do again. Hang on a minute. Let me take care of this. I'm gonna do this real simple. Then follow along with me because you'll see I'm doing a pattern. I'm gonna start off with Angel's comments. His first comment saying, yes, cosplayer elitism. What charming individual. Then he followed it up later with, who is this individual to decide the criteria for a good cosplayer? What a good cosplayer is. He only judges based on the amount of eye candy he can get. Scum.
This is Angel, so you need to actually throw in the little bit of the deeper voice.
Hang on. Scum.
Scum.
Another comment.
We try
now,
to fill in for Angel when he's not there. So
now the comment from Gene Rick, yes, for sure. Cover yourself, allegedly. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. Now the comments from MMS.
How do we say that? Do we go mms? Are we saying M&Ms like the candy? Are you multiple Marshall Mathers? Are you a clone of Slim Shady? Sorry.
I can go for some M&Ms. My favorite's peanut butter flavor.
I like the crispy ones.
I don't like M&Ms.
I
like the singer, but I don't like the candy. No, thank you.
Well, I like both.
But her comments say, no one should ever be called fat. It's a really hurtful term. You are always good enough and never open your legs. ECT. Likes up, y'all.
Yep.
And she then followed it up with huge fan of The Walking Dead.
Yep. So I'm pretty sure MS they're a friend of yours. They're a fan of your work, Sarah.
Well, the thing is that my end game, my big goal with my OC Darla Dixon is to actually be on The Walking Dead officially as my OC Darla, because she's Daryl's missing wife and the leader of her group, the Angels of Death. And I have a lot of support in the Walking Dead community, in the cosplay community, in the fandom, and I've even gotten support from some of the cast members and crew members of the Walking Dead show.
We need to get Norman Reedus to come on down and have him fly down. Like, so you want to be my wife, huh?
Hey, fun fact, guys. Norman Reedus actually follows me on Instagram.
What?
You lucky bastard! You lucky motherfucker!
Bullshit!
I didn't know. Like, he goes under a different username, and it seemed weird. So I went to check it out. I'm like, oh shit, it's him.
No, what's his username again? Because I know it's a different one. I know it's weird. What, like, do you remember off the top or?
I can pull it up right now, but let me get through these comments here. Okay. So from the user Vamp Sith, professional costumer here, aka I've made money doing it. The standards for promotion literally do not matter. What Tiger's dad is demanding doesn't exist. There is no correct way. And he then followed, and then this user followed it up with, the tits and ass thing is a whole other level of messed up beyond the right way to promote. Oh, and to answer your question, Juan, M's replied with M's. Anything works though. Never have been in cosplay community, but OMG, Norman.
Right. All right. I appreciate that. Thank you, M's. We appreciate that. That helps me out.
I would marry Norman in a heartbeat. I would give him my heart if he asked.
Oh my goodness! Like, we got a super fan here. Like, I found the Instagram. It's under Big Bald Head.
Yep, that's him.
Isn't that like a line of Third Rock from this? No, Third Rock from the Sun was the Big Giant Head. What was it? Like, French Steward was their radio transmitter. Do you remember that? I don't know if you've ever seen Third Rock from the Sun, Sarah.
I've seen it. I know what you're talking about.
I've heard of it. I have not yet been able to see it.
Okay, it's really weird. It's really goofy. I love it. It's a sitcom. 4 extraterrestrials posing as humans are stranded on Earth. Try to live among the humans, and French Stewart was one of them, and he was always receiving the message from their ruler called the Big Giant Head. And anytime he was in the middle of a conversation, he would just like spasm in. He would throw his arms up like he was a freaking radio, like your incoming message from the big giant head. It was always something weird and obtuse, like an update, like, oh, by the way, our rescue attempt to come get you was installed for some other reason. Hanging. It was always a way to keep a plot going. It was dumb and silly, and I thought that was what the reference was for his handle on Instagram, but I guess I don't know. I guess I just misremembered. But no freaking way. Like we seriously need to I don't know what it takes, Jose. If you're following him, or rather if he's following you, I would say I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's got someone curating his stuff on Instagram.
Wait, hang on a minute, guys. I actually went to check my list. I'm following him, but he's not following me.
Well, here's the thing. He follows me on Twitter.
Oh, see, there you go. There you go. You can actually get him in on that. Then, like, go ahead and let him know. We'll go ahead. Like, I wish I could clip this now and say, like, hey, excuse me, there we have an important message for Mr. Norman Reedus, father of the funky fetus in Death Stranding, and one half of the McManus brothers of the Boondock Saints. If Mr. Norman Reedus could kindly answer Sarah Serenity Magical Cosplay's betrothal proposal here, that would be fantastic.
Oh my god.
That would be cool.
That would be the coolest thing on planet Earth. On the Twitch chat, Miss Riddlebox is saying definitely not perfect, and we've got Ozzy J cosplay, the Mayor Cobblepot himself from Gotham Underground. He's saying your president backs you as far as fat. I'm a proud fat bird. He's got penguin emoji, top hat emoji, umbrella emoji, and champagne emoji.
Keeping it classy.
Very classy, as a connoisseur of crime should.
Now, that being said, before we go on, like I do have a couple of questions for you, Sarah, if you don't mind.
Sure,
now,
why not?
Yeah. Now, last week when we spoke about this, like we did, like part of when we first started talking about it, I did mention that, and this was before Autistic Tiger's dad decided to make the video private. I actually got a chance to watch it before it was too late, like 25-minute video of him just slandering the con and just putting it down. Did you get a chance to see that video before he made it private?
I did. I was informed about it firsthand very quickly by Brandon, who was on your podcast last time. He sent me a link. I skipped through some of it because it was the most cringe-worthy piece of fucking shit that I have ever heard anyone fucking record. He lied so much. He lied about the vendors. He lied about the burlesque girls. He lied about VillyCon in fucking general.
It's like I hope you'll pardon me on this. Like, rule number one, if you're a guest at a convention, or if you're a vendor, or if you're a talent at a convention, and like, you don't go and shit on the convention that invited you out. You know, like you don't shit on, you don't kick your muddy shoes on someone's couch if you're a house guest kind of thing. It's like I'm getting bad Rick James vibes off of that. It's like you don't rub your muddy shoes up in someone's couch. You don't freaking you don't insult them in their home. If you're being invited as a guest, or if you're there to promote yourself at a convention, then promote yourself. Don't disparage the convention that brought you out. Don't disparage your fellow vendors who are there to try to make a living, or the guests who are there to enjoy themselves, the attendees who are there to enjoy themselves, the invited guests, the talent that are all there to promote themselves, make their own money, and contribute to the community. You don't fucking do that. Not only is that unprofessional, it's fucking rude. It's it's just common courtesy.
Oh yeah, no, and it's exactly what Sarah said, and I can confirm it. Yeah, imagine just 25 minutes of just him being passive aggressive, slandering the cons, making up stories while walking down the aisle with his camera, and then while at the same time trying to put on a smile face and saying hi to some of the guests he likes.
One thing that I did notice from the video is when he passed by my booth.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of those times when I had Tom watching over the booth for me because I had to go to the restroom.
Right.
And thank God I did not hear him say anything about my booth this time because I'm guessing he didn't remember me because he did talk to me at one point during BillyCon. And this time, he had no negative shit to say to me. He actually was impressed that I had a banner made, that I had business cards, that I had a really nice backdrop. So he had no fucking bullshit to fucking say to me.
Unreal. Like, yeah, no, I seriously wish he would. I seriously wish this guy would try something because, like, I swear, this is unacceptable. Like, I don't know where this person comes off and trying to dictate to others how to run themselves as a cosplayer, as an artist, as a business person, whatever. Motherfucker, take care of your own house first. Don't worry about what other folks are doing. If there's someone breaking the rules or something like that, like if they're like, going out of their way to like freaking grab other people's merchandise and tear it up or smash it or something, or if they're like being disparaging to any of the attendees, then yeah, of course, call it out and fucking, you know, like much as what we're doing with this guy now. He's basically disparaging the convention, disparaging yourself, other attendees, other guests, and other vendors, all for what? What does he gain out of it? What does he get out of it in the end? There's no dollary dues up in that shit. There's no profit. There's no sense. There's no reason to be doing that other than, haha, it tickles my pickle and I'm amused by making other people look and feel bad.
You mean his very tiny pickle?
Yeah, no, it's like a little kosher pickle. Like, no, what are those little things? What are those pickles called? Joe, do you remember?
I don't know, but you're making it very hard for me to hold back a certain line from the horrible movie of The Master in Disguise.
Oh, please say it.
Go ahead.
Please say it. Please.
He's got a little wiener and some tiny nuts. Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the man that I share blood relation with.
Oh, yeah.
But,
okay, all right, that's it. I'm going to stop right there.
It's okay.
Before I forget, I wanted to press out on like what y'all were talking about earlier. I will admit that in the past few years that I've started to try to promote body positivity because I'm trying to love myself more. Because I don't really have much, I'm not going to lie, I don't really have much confidence in myself. Matter of fact, I fucking hate my stomach and I hate my thighs, even though I've had both guys and girls literally told me, I would love to wear your thighs like earmuffs. But
like, there's classier ways to say that, folks. I was I have trouble sleeping, but I need noise canceling earmuffs. Could I borrow your thighs or something? No, there are classier ways to do that. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to I'm not saying that to be like rude, but like if you must try a pickup line, be creative, be classy about it. You know,
pretty much. I do have another question, Sarah.
Sure.
Do we know the name of the Autistic Tiger's father? Because we asked Brandon that question last week near the end of the program, and to this day, we still don't know this guy's name.
I do not know his name, but I do know this. And this apparently in the cosplay Reddit community, and I've heard this through multiple people that have seen this post. A woman actually commented on one of Brandon's posts. Mm-hmm. Saying that she worked with the father of Autistic Tiger, but everything that this man doing is forms of abuse and a lie. And not only that, but not only does he lie about the kid's age, he's lying about him having autism. She knows he has a learning disability, but she is very sure that he does not have autism. So I don't know for sure this is true or not. I'm just hearing word of ear, but if he's lying about his age, what the fuck else do you think he's lying about? Not only that, but when I met him last year, he said that his son was 10. This year, I heard everyone said that his son was 6.
What the fuck?
Amazing.
I remember we brought that up last week about how this guy can't keep straight. What age his kid is? Does he not know?
And we only scratched the surface, but now we know for certain, and this should probably come to no surprise to anyone. We have no idea, like what he's saying is the truth, because he, like from what Sarah said, this guy tells a whole bunch of lies. We have no idea what is true and what's not true about this guy.
Holy rap.
From what he's saying, you can't take anything. We can't take anything that he says seriously. We can't take it to heart because fuck, man.
Okay, there's a difference between like maybe spazzing and not being sure whether, like, if you have like a I don't know, I guess you could call it a senior citizen moment or something like that, and like, okay, I don't remember whether or not my kid's 8 or 9 or what year is this. Shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a 35-year-old grown-ass man, and even to this day, my brain's like, okay, my little sister, she's like, how old? Is she 27? Is she 28? I don't remember. I know her birthday's in July, like, but what year was it again? Was it 93, 94? Fuck. You know, like, I can have, like, you can have something like that, and then they'll, like, clear it up. But you make the effort to remember after that. But if you're talking about your own kid or something like that, and you've got not only are you saying like, oh, like, you can fudge it like, oh, okay, I don't remember if they're 8 or 9, but then saying they're 10 years old 1 year and then 6 years old a year after, what the fuck? No, that is fucked up. What? Holy shit. Okay, there is neglectful, there is abusive, and there's downright stupid. I don't know which of these there's a Venn diagram of all three of those. And this guy smack dab in the middle of all of them.
He pretty much played whack-a-mole out of the book, and someone hit him with the book.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they won something out of it, because God Almighty, this guy, if half the stuff that's told about him is true, he deserves a proper whack in the noggin with a book.
With a Yellow Page book.
Yeah, if they even print those anymore. No, get a vintage Yellow Pages from 1997. There we go.
Yeah, those
make sure that it's never been opened, so that the pages are all stiff and preserved, and slightly petrified. But like I said, but of course we're not actually endorsing violence on a person. We're speaking completely, like, figuratively, quote unquote.
I actually do want to interrupt because I did open the floor to now for the folks that are tuning in right now to actually ask some questions to either you or for our guest here. But Vamp Sith just asked me a question, and you know what? I think I think we can all answer this. And this is a speculation question. Do you think it's possible? Yeah. Jose? Do you think it's possible the father himself has mental issues? His behavior sure is erratic. Do you two want to fill this one?
I definitely do. Based off, because here's the thing, I'm not just obsessed with The Walking Dead. I've always been obsessed with like crimes, true crime type of series, like CSI, true crime, cold case, everything that relates to actual forensic stuff.
Yeah.
And basically based off of how the guy has been acting, because I actually reviewed some of his posts, some of his videos, and just based off the fact that how he treats his son and what Brandon witnessed, I'm pretty sure, one, he's had too many hits in the noggin. Two, he has probably psychological abuse in his mind from maybe when he was a kid, and he thinks that was normal enough to inflict on his kid. Or three, he has serious mental issues and a serious ego problem to where he feels that, oh, my baby dick can't satisfy my wife, so my ego will grow, and I will take it out on my son. I feel like this is probably the only way he can probably get power or some sense of like self-worth in life, is to basically take it out on his poor kid. Because Brandon, as you remember from last week, he literally said he witnessed this guy grab his son in the back of his neck and said, "You have no choice," when Tiger said, "I don't want to draw anymore." Like, if it gets to a point where your son is literally screaming in public that he doesn't want to do something anymore and you're forcing him to do it, maybe give that child up to adoption?
For real. Like, and that's a really hard fucking way and that's a hard way of saying it, especially because, like I mentioned earlier, last week, I'm a father too, and I know a thing or two. Like, me and my wife K Storm, we know a thing or two about parenting. I should hope so. Like we know like, okay, when it comes to raising a kid, you don't want to, like, on the one hand, you don't want to make the same mistakes that were made on you, but at the same time, there's also folks who were brought up like this is the only way to rear a child is the way you were brought up, and that's being hard on them, pushing them to do things for you, having them live their life for your benefit and not the other way around, where a parent's supposed to give their life, their livelihood, themselves, their energy, their heart, their soul in order to raise the kid, in order to make sure the child has every avenue they need for self-improvement, for self-determination, for for a proper education, for health, to make sure that whatever creative endeavors they may have are nourished and encouraged. At that point, clearly this guy's in the former camp on there where it's just like, nope, you're my crotch spawn, you do what I tell you to do, fuck whatever ambitions you've got. No, folks like that shouldn't be parents, in my opinion.
Yeah, and in my opinion, I'm not gonna lie, I did not come from perfect parents. Like, my dad has his own past, and my mom had her own past prior to her death. But a week before my mom died, like, I remember the last conversation me and her had. She literally, one of the things that she told me was this: do better than me and your dad did. When you have children, you're going to be a better mother and a better parent than me and your father have done. Do better than what we did. Learn from our mistakes. Move past from our mistakes. Because you should not be the one to pay for our mistakes. And I feel like, personally, the father of Autistic Tiger, he probably has never known love. He probably has never known love. He's never probably known kindness or anything else. He's probably lived in this miserable state in his whole entire life that he feels like the only way he can get any form of self-care and self-power is to take it out on his kid, live his dream through his kid. That's not what I want to do. When I have children, when I'm ready to have kids, I want to give them a better life, which is why I'm waiting until, like, after I reach all my goals, especially getting on The Walking Dead. Like, I don't live a high life. Like, my fucking family and I struggle on a daily basis, and I want to pull us out of that struggle cycle badly. Like, with me, one of the reasons why I want to get famous is because I want to give back to others. I want to give back to my family, give back to my friends, give back to people who care, give back to good, humble people in need, people who need help. I don't need a fucking mansion. I just need a nice house. That's it. You can make better more with memories and giving back to others than you can in, like, buying multiple cars. Like, you can do so much more by being humble than by being mean and greedy. And I've known and had friends before who were toxic, mean, and greedy. Why? Because they wanted to take advantage of me. And I feel like in this case, his father has only known mean and greed.
It's exactly like self-interest rather than community kind of thing, like basically looking out for number one rather than looking out for the collective or looking out for your family or for your friends. You like. I don't want to make it like totally about me or anything, but it's just coincidence, but it's like it's one of those this came up for a reason kind of thing. So I'm totally believing like this wasn't a coincidence, and I shared this on my own personal Facebook. Apparently a year ago today, I put up a picture of one of my personal heroes, a pro wrestler CM Punk, in an interview that he put up. Where he was discussing like how when he got to the top of the pro wrestling world, he wanted to try and lift up his friends who were also independent wrestlers and bring them in and help them develop and grow. And he had this really, really, like, it was just like an inspiring speech that he had, like more like a soliloquy kind of thing during this interview, and he capped it off. He was saying, basically saying, if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together. So that's something that like when I heard him say that in this interview, it was like that struck a chord with me. And of course, it's going to come up today. And you bring this up how you're not looking to just be famous. You're not just looking for a mega mansion. You're not looking for like Lambos and going like 50 million dollars for a cheeseburger made of solid gold. No, you're looking to lift yourself up, your friends and family, the people who care about you, your community, the folks that have supported you along the way. And that's how we're supposed to be in the con community, in any community, in nerddom as a whole. That's how we're supposed to that's how we're supposed to treat each other. But what the hell do I know? I've just been around for freaking over 10 years, right? So what do we know? We're just talking out our ass, I guess. I don't know.
Well, no, you're not talking out of your ass. You're definitely making a good point, and that's how it should be. Like, believe it or not, apart from Savannah Amazing Comic-Con, VillyCon was the only other con in Florida, literally in all of fucking Florida, that would give me a fair chance. Because most cons in Florida, you have to have a high following count on all your social medias, about over 10 fucking K. And I don't have that. And nor do I have the money to get into armor making and a lot of other stuff because it's called life. I mean,
shit's expensive.
Exactly. And if you see someone with the drive and the goal and the passion of wanting to be a great cosplayer and wanting to build their craft, I believe they deserve just as fair as a chance as someone who has over 10K following, who has been doing an armor making for over 10 years. I feel like that's only fair. And the owners of VillyCon, Naomi and Lewis, they reached out to me, saw me in a MegaCon group, and I was the first person they asked to be a guest for their con. I was the very first one. And they loved my cosplays, and they had such faith in me, in my goals. And it's because of them that I got recognized at AFO, at Holiday Matsuri, and at VillyCon again for the second time. Believe it or not, during Holiday Matsuri, I didn't cosplay Darla Dixon, and yet a fan passed by and she was like, oh, that's Darla Dixon! That's Darla Dixon from The Walking Dead! That made my day. That made
no way.
Yes, that gave me so much fucking hope to reach my goals of being on The Walking Dead officially. The biggest hurdle I ever face every day is financial. Financial is the biggest problem I have in real life, in reaching my goals, and as a cosplayer. Believe it or not everyone is sponsored for their stuff. Sometimes you have to do stuff you're not comfortable with to get money. And most of the time, I have to sell cosplay photos, bikini photos, lingerie photos, lewds. I stop at lewds. You will never get nudes on me, not unless if you're Tom or Norman Reedus. Sorry, that ain't fucking happening. Not unless if you're ready to pay me $5 fucking grand straight up. That ain't fucking happening.
Well, there goes that fantasy of mine. I hope you're proud of yourself. I'm kidding. I'm making a joke. I was just doing that for laughs. I promise I'm not. That's not the kind of person I am. I promise. No. But thank you for taking that in stride. Thank you so much. Thank you for not jumping through the camera, through the Zoom call, and strangling me. Thank you.
No, you'd be surprised. Here's the thing. I was the girl in high school, in middle school, that no one wanted to date. The label on my back then was Psycho Sarah. And I was the girl that was too poor, too weird, too crazy, and too average for anyone to want to date. Now I'm at a point in my life where all of a sudden I look like a bachelorette, and I'm getting both sides of the sex that want to get with me, and I don't even roll that way. I'm fucking straight. Yeah, I have fucking girls who literally admitted to me that they would want to put their faces down and go at it.
Oh wow! I think the way that you're just taking that in stride, I appreciate. That is cool as hell. That seriously is really cool. If I had not gonna lie, like I said, I'm as straight as a ruler myself. I like the ladies, as I clearly said with the previous joke I made. If there was a dude who was saying, "God damn, Juan, you are fine," I'm like, thank you, I appreciate that. But I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy yourself. Holy crap. No, real quick, I just wanted to check the Twitch chat. Miss Riddlebox was asking when we were making the phone book line over here. She's saying vintage is 1997. Well, in terms of paperback book preservation, and if you're not taking care of the book, then yeah, a phone book from 1997, because then you got 2007, 2017, you got 25-year-old stiff as a rock, but just flexible enough to get less air resistance out of a big Yellow Pages phone book. Yeah, that would work. Now, if we go 1987, 67, 77, if we go further than that, that's when you're going Paleolithic when it comes to those things. Those are fucking bludgeoning with deadly weapons. I don't know if we're down with that. We just want to knock some sense into a person. We don't want to commit, battery.
I don't think you could kill a zombie in an apocalypse with a phone book. That would be funny.
That would be nice. If you're able, if you actually take a phone book from 1955, if it's
1955, don't you mean 1990?
If you have one thick enough, I'm pretty sure everything they'll have like a lead lined cover, because everything had to have lead in it because the 50s had lead and everything. But if you had a lead lined 1955 Yellow Pages or White Pages or Blue Pages, if you want government books, if you got them and if they're stiff enough, if you fling it like you're throwing Captain America's shield or a frisbee, you can lop off a zombie's head, no problem. If not, then it'll be enough to knock brain trauma into the zombie and knock the brain and dislodge it from itself.
Jesus, the way you're both describing it sounds like something I would see from Shaun of the Dead.
Hey,
unfortunately, it was not on there though.
Edgar Wright was onto something there. Okay, he was onto something. All right.
Oh yeah, great idea. Yeah, take the thick yellow phone book, chuck it at a zombie's head, and then head over to the Pine of McKinsey's and Winchester, and just wait for it all to blow over.
Yep.
Oh God! Imagine if Greg Nicotero is watching this and now he's thinking, maybe I should put that in one of my next episodes.
Mr. Greg Nicotero. Actually, yes, Mr. Greg Nicotero, the producer of the Walking Dead series. If you wish to,
director of the Walking Dead as well.
What's up? Of which one?
He's also a director of the Walking Dead.
Director of the Walking Dead too. Like, if you must borrow that idea of using an old phone book to either blunt force trauma or decapitate a zombie, I ask you to please send me a like $5,000. That's all I'm asking for. On the Cash App of the Ravens Flock. That is #the Ravens Flock.
Yes, please do.
The link is
Thank
in the description below on our YouTube chat.
Anyway, so I'm going to go. Were there any more comments from Twitch before I start off with the
There are
YouTube
loads more comments over here. I wanted to go ahead and read them off. Let me see here. We have them. We've got M's over here. They're saying, always love yourself. Accepting yourself is the best love. And they're saying hello to Gene Rick. They're saying, everyone remember to hit like if you're watching. There's giving Sarah an ovation when you were spitting truth out here.
Yeah.
And let's see here.
Thank you. I send you lots of love and hearts.
That is most appreciated. Ems, I don't know if you're already friends with Sarah, but if you're not, you should be. Let me see. Ozzy is saying, let this man ever approach me. I'll show him why I'm an aristocratic bird of crime.
He's also said that on YouTube.
That's why
lots of the comments here. Yeah.
He was saying, that's why we run Gotham Underground like family. I love them all as my kids, and that's how I got the nickname Papa Penguin. See, like you get the idea, Ozzy. You get.
He said that on YouTube as well.
No, I was reading off the YouTube over here.
That's supposed to be my job. You're taking my job, Juan.
I took your jab, and I'm not sorry.
Jesus, man. Let me take care of that.
Yeah. Okay. There was Vampsith and Angel said a bunch of stuff. Please go ahead and read this stuff off from Angel as well.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So Angel's comments
after the line about the fight.
All right, hang on a minute. Angel's comments here. No one should expect every cosplayer to shit out tens of thousands of dollars on cosplay. Surely your passion and effort will speak for themselves. And there was another comment that he mentioned, but it was retracted.
It's fine. And then he said, cover that book in silver chloride, kills vampires and zombies. I think you mean, hold on. Colloidal silver? No, that's the one. That's not the one. Shoot. Silver nitrate. That's the one. That's what
silver
you need
nitrate, yeah.
Grab like a little spray bottle of silver, loaded with silver nitrate in the hydrochlorine solution. Just spritz it. Just spritz it on, right? Just spritz it over, and boom, you've got anti-vampire and anti-zombie defense there. But I don't know if vampires are ever gonna show up in The Walking Dead. That'd be a hell of a cliffhanger for the finale. Like, oh, the zombies have been defeated. Like, and Rick Grimes' crew, they're looking forward to a future. A vampire shows up and bites Rick Grimes at the neck at the end or something. And you know it's a vampire because they got fangs, and it's nighttime. So
yeah. And speaking of fangs, comment from the YouTube user Vamp Sith. You can avoid a lot of the costs with knowledge, but that takes time that some people don't have. Real life comes first.
And unfortunately, that's true. Because, like, here's the thing. I'm not originally from Orlando. I'm originally from New Orleans. And I came down here after Hurricane Katrina in 2005. And since then, my family and I have struggled financially nonstop, moving from place to place. And my dad, you know, he's getting older. And after losing my mom in 2019, because her birthday and death anniversary is actually next month, right before pandemic. Her birthday is March 13th, and her death anniversary is on St. Patty's Day, so the day before pandemic starts that weekend, which I'm going to be at. And after losing my friend Moses, God rest his soul, this year, when I go there, I'm going to be honoring two souls now who passed, my mom and Moses, because both of them supported me in my goals. Both of them rooted for me. And before Moses passed away, he was helping me with my mental health. He had such faith in me and was such a positive life in my life and such a good friend. He treated me like a lifelong friend in the few years that we've been friends, rather than most people that I've been friends with for over a decade. And that's saying a lot, because that's unfortunately, because of a lot of dark things that's happened in my past, and because of all the trauma that I've been through and how much I've been backstabbed, both in real life and in the cosplay community, I have trust issues literally out the ass. And I'm not joking about that. But also, with real life comes pros and cons. And I'm not going to lie, one of the other things that I plan on raising awareness for is suicide prevention, because I did commit suicide back in 2018. I was dead for 10 minutes. Literally, gone, done, dead. Tom had to be the one. No, I'm not kidding. I was dead, gone, because of all the trauma and because of all the past abuse and past bullshit and a lot of dark shit that went through in my life that no one came to save me for. I couldn't take the trauma anymore, so I ended my own life. Which, by the way, I can go ahead and critique this fucking shit right now. Not every single person who commits suicide goes to hell, because I sure as fuck didn't, and I still remember the other side. So, fuck you, all you fucking critics who think every person who commits suicide goes to hell. But no, I had to be the one to be. I ended up being brought back after 10 minutes with Tom doing CPR on my chest. And so since then, I've tried to promote suicide prevention and suicide awareness as well every year, because the month for suicide awareness is November, which is also my birthday. So I do everything I can to move forward. And I'm not going to lie, real life is not roses and daisies. Real life is a lot of dark shit that not a lot of people go through. Some of the shit that I've went through, I'm pretty sure the father from Autistic Tiger would not be able to fucking handle mentally, physically, or emotionally. And when I've opened up to people about like everything that I went through, I'm not going to say on here because a lot of the darkest shit I've went through, I'm not ready to answer it publicly.
You're all right.
They're impressed by the fact that I am still alive and I still continue for my goals and I still continue to cosplay and I still continue to love and keep going. Why? Because I'm just stubborn like that. I will love who I love and I will love whatever I'm fucking doing. You know, like, I love my family, I love friends. I sure as fuck love The Walking Dead. I love the cast and crew. I love the Walking Dead community, the friends that I've made, the people that have supported me, my fans, my followers, everyone that I've connected to. I give a piece of my heart to. And even y'all too, right here on the podcast. I've given a piece of my heart to y'all as well. And because I care about others, I love others, which is why I feel so horrible for this little boy Tiger. I feel like personally he's being abused and he deserves a home filled with love, filled with joy, and people that will actually give a damn about him, not what he does for money. Like, it's just the saddest, hardest thing. And as someone who is autistic, it boils my blood because if this man really is lying about him being autistic, then him telling me that I was a disgrace to the autistic community, it makes me want to, honestly, God forgive me for saying it, makes me want to choke him.
No. Hey, listen, you are entitled to your opinions. You have the right to say whatever you want on this program.
Yeah, no, definitely. Of course, we're not expecting anyone to act out on any sort of desire for physical harm. There's a difference between having the feeling and actually acting on it. So you're perfectly okay on that. Real quick, I wanted to just say, like, you dropped a bit of a pipe bomb on us over here, Sarah Serenity, and I just got to say thank you for sticking with us here. I cannot begin to imagine what circumstances you went through. I'm not going to try to pry. That's not what we're here for tonight. That's not my business. If you want to talk about that, that's on your terms, on your time, on your dime. But I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, I'm glad you're here. I'm really glad you're here with us because you're helping out in a big way. And you deserve a much bigger platform, hell, bigger than what we can give here. I wish we had like a giant, like 10 million subscribers watching and tuning in and hearing you tonight pour your heart out here. And you're doing so not just for yourself, but you're also doing so in defense of this kid. You don't even know him from, like, he's not family, he's not a friend of yours, he's not a kid whose personal, like, life you have any sort of stake in or anything like that, but you have a heart. You have a heart, and you've got enough sense in you to see, like, hey, no, this is bullshit. How is this kid being treated this way? This is wrong. Something should be done about it. If nothing else, by speaking up, you're helping out, at least in some small way, bring awareness to that. And like,
well, I mean, I understand what a child goes through. I mean, back in New Orleans, like, almost all my friends in the neighborhood were little kids. I've grown up babysitting little kids. Hell, my mini-me, my best friend Stephanie, I used to babysit for her all the time. I can understand what children go through because I went through a lot of things similar. And there's a lot of shit that I've seen growing up that no other person should see. And I know this for a fact is that I want to try to be a good mother for when I'm ready to have kids. Like, when I'm actually ready to bring kids into the world. And at the same time, I'm scared that I'm not going to be good enough as a mother for when I do have kids. You know, and I feel so horrible for this little boy. Like, especially because I've looked through some of his posts. I've seen some of his drawings. They're actually pretty good. But to seriously push a kid to the point where his passion no longer matters to him and that he just wants it to end is really, really, really sad. It's really sad. And it reminds me of a point where because I'm not gonna lie, before VillyCon reached out to me, I was at the point of quitting cosplay because I was not getting recognition. I was not getting noticed. I was not getting anywhere with it. Instead, I was getting a lot of harsh criticisms, especially for my OC cosplays, with most of all my Kingdom Hearts OC, because of course, Sokai fandom, what the fuck ever. Anyway, but because, like, some people in the cosplay community say, oh, well, OC cosplays don't count. They have to be real legitimate characters.
Who the fuck says that?
Haters, obviously. Fucking haters.
Obviously haters.
Like, I got a pretzel in my head now. What the fuck? Where is that bullshit coming from?
Juan, don't get your brains into twist. Don't get your brain into twist, okay?
It's already in a twist. It's over at the Auntie Anne's. I'm going to go grab it and dip it in nacho sauce. God almighty. That is stupid.
I know. And it's just the fact that, if Naomi and Louis, the owners of VillyCon, they saved my love for cosplay. They literally renewed it. Like, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have gotten much more notice than I have now. My Darla Dixon has literally gotten a whole fucking new rise in the damn cosplay community. Like, not just in the Walking Dead community, in the cosplay community. The fact that I was recognized at Holiday Matsuri not in that cosplay. And yet a fan was like, that's Darla Dixon, the wife of Daryl Dixon.
Yeah.
That made my day. That made my day, and that just made the ending of 2021 so much sweeter and
that
so
is
much
so
in my
cool,
head.
man.
And
I am not even kidding. That is so fucking cool. I love it. I love it. That's what this community is supposed to be about. That's what this is all supposed to be about. Like folks lifting each other up, folks having fun with their cosplays, for crying out loud. Not everything has to be
just supporting and applauding each other and just being downright like awesome human beings. Like you don't have to be friends with each other, but like, hey, you know, give each other a thumbs up or be courteous, you know?
Exactly. And also, before I forget, wanted to point this out to you, Juan, earlier, because I know you've pointed out about it. During MegaCon last year, I met Michael Rooker and Ryan Hurst and Mark Boone during MegaCon. Mark Boone's not on The Walking Dead, but he's a horror legend. Just as Michael Rooker and Ryan Hurst are.
Right.
Michael Rooker and Ryan Hurst, they both not only supported with my dream being on The Walking Dead, they both now have cosplay photos of me signed by me. I have an autograph from Michael Rooker, and Ryan Hurst, he loved my cosplay so much of Darla Dixon, he took a picture of it and sent it to Norman.
Oh, yeah!
Hey, nice.
That's
Very
what's
good.
up right there. Yes! Yes! I fucking love that. Holy cow. So it's not that far out of reach if you think about it. It's not outside the realm of possibility. Over here.
I'm just nervous though, because like here's the thing, I do plan on going to Fandemic next month because for the past 2 years I've had this really heavy duty positive gut feeling that I've had for a while, and this gut feeling keeps telling me you need to go to Fandemic. It will bring you closer to your goal. If you don't go, you're gonna miss out and you're gonna miss your big opportunity. So I'm going there next month with whatever fucking money I can fucking bring. And I'm doing something special for some of the cast of The Walking Dead. I'm also going to do something special for Sean Patrick Flannery. My idea is to make them all crystal necklaces, because I believe it's a beautiful and empowering type of thing to give, because it's my way of giving a piece of my heart to somebody. And I'm doing something very, very special for Norman Reedus. Not only am I making him his own special crystal necklace with crystal beads, I'm making him something that I have not made since 2015. I am making him his own personalized, brand new biker vest.
Oh,
that sounds cool.
Hell yes. Oh my God.
That sounds really cool.
If he doesn't wife you right then and there's something wrong with the man. Oh my God, that is incredible. I am not even kidding. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not going. I'm not just hyping for the sake of hype, but holy shit, that is so cool. That is so fucking awesome. I'm like, that's like super fan right there, and I fucking love that. I swear, that is incredible. Sarah Serenity, you have got it down. You've got this down to a T. You better let us in on how that turns out. Oh my God.
The money. I just gotta get the money so I can get the materials.
Right. Yeah. No. What's a couple yards of leather worth these days? Oh, $1,100.
Oh.
Fuck,
it's
man.
not gonna be. It's not gonna be made of leather. I don't have the. I don't have the right machine for leather yet. But because I've made my own Darla Dixon vest from lightweight denim and like a silk fabric as a lining,
right,
I'm making him his in a similar way. It's going to be black, ice blue with silver accents.
Ooh, nice. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God, that would be so beautiful. That would be so fucking badass. You got to let us know how that turns out.
It's gonna have a hood with it. I'm making sure I'm gonna add a bit of a hood with it, and the hood's gonna be ice blue.
Oh God Almighty! Just the way you're describing it right now, I'm hyped for it, and it's not even for me. What the fuck? You're making this for Norman Reedus? That is killer shit. That is so cool. I don't believe it. That is so, like, I'm fucking hyped. I'm fucking hyped. It's not even my project, and I'm hyped. Holy crap!
Like I said, I just gotta get the money for the materials because it's not cheap. It's not cheap, and I want to do this right. I take a lot of pride in my craft and in my making, which is why I am still really heartbroken and pissed off about what happened to my Christmas Town dress for fucking home, Matt.
Damn.
Best word of advice I could give you: if you ever want to make cosplay, do not make a cosplay running on fumes. You will fuck up big time. Okay.
Agreed.
That's why I want to.
As someone who has done that before back in my halcyon days of 10 years ago, yeah, I can certify that as sound advice. Get some fucking rest. Make sure you try to get it done like either at the very least 24 hours before the event. That way you have time to rest up, because trying to make a cosplay with no sleep is I have seen what it does to people. It changes you. Don't
do it.
Fun.
Don't do it 24 hours beforehand. Do it at least a week beforehand, or even a month.
Smarter,
before.
much smarter. Holy
that's
cow!
what I'm trying to do now. That's what I'm trying to do now. And I'm really, really, really hoping I have a chance to talk with him, because there's something I regret not being able to do, and was the last time that Norman Reedus was in Orlando was 2018.
Right.
And this was actually, unfortunately, a few months before what happened to me. Basically, I saved up a lot of money to do the photo op. I get a call that Saturday from the workers of MegaCon telling me that Norman Reedus was leaving early, and that if I wanted to do it, I would have to go then and there. So I ran from my hotel in my rave tank top, in my shorts, and in my sneakers, carrying everything that I had made for him all the way to the con.
Wait! Oh, God. I can only imagine.
And I was the very last one. That he had a photo op with. And when he left, I fell to my knees and cried. I cried for fucking 30 minutes. I could not for fucking 30 minutes. I did not get a chance to talk to him or say what I wanted to say years ago or any fucking thing. And it's drove me crazy since then.
Oh, man. Oh my God, that is horrible. But I'm sure you're going to get to him this time. I'm positive of it. Let it be done. Will it into existence. Joe, give me a Lethal Weapon 4. Will it to me, Rick. Joseph, help me out.
Yeah, I'm willing it to you, man.
Will it to me, Riggs. Will it to me. Let Sarah Serenity Magical Cosplay. Let her get with Norman Reedus. Let her give her this awesome vest and the gifts she's got from. Will it into the universe. Let whatever cosmic forces.
I'm willing it, man. I'm willing it.
Yeah, exactly. We're not too old for this shit, right, Joe? We are not too old for this shit.
I'm not too old for this shit.
I'm not gonna get corns on my feet. I got corns. No. All right, we're not gonna need a seat cushion.
Oh God.
No.
Oh God.
No. I shall will this with every bit of energy or karma or blessing or hoodoo voodoo, whatever we got. Let this happen because you got so much passion. You're such a great soul. You fucking deserve that much. I swear. Even if we can't have you blow up and marry Norman Reedus in real life, at the very least, he deserves this. And you deserve this for realsies. I am not kidding, because you're a fucking badass. You are a badass. You got passion. You got heart. I'm over here seeing Traffa Law 90 is on the YouTube chat.
That's my brother.
Yep, hey, that's nice. Yeah, there's a lot of comments that's been generating since we started talking. Since we've been talking.
I just wanted to read the one over here from Traffa Law 90 saying, "Notice me, senpai. May senpai Norman Reedus' son, the Norman Reedus desk, notice this beautiful weeb of a friend of an admirer and cosplayer, Sarah Serenity Magical Cosplayer. Let this be done." All right, yes. I don't have jazz fingers. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Fun fact: Truffle Law 90 is my brother.
Oh God! All right, hi there. welcome to the chat. Welcome to the show. I don't know if you've watched the Ravens Flock before, but if you haven't, we invite you to subscribe. Check us out. We talk cosplay. We talk geek stuff. We talk wrestling. We do video games, let's plays. We're here, and I hope you stick around. I appreciate you coming out for your sister, brother.
Oh yeah, dude, this guy has been all over the place with the comments. Some I want to read off if you don't mind.
Yes, please go ahead and read off. I know Vamp Sith had to leave. She says, later, guys. Hope to see some of you at Sci-Fi Bartow. Awesome. Thank you for that.
Okay. Actually, before I get to that, one comment from Gene Rick. Yeah, this Tiger Dad sounds awful. And yes, speaking up will spread light on the abuse allegedly occurring. And from Truffalaw 90, from what I heard, he almost got arrested by the police. He caused a huge scene.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, no. If we're referring to the Villicon situation, all I know is that this dude caused a fucking scene in the middle of the vendor's room / main event stage area because Friday was 18 plus for all events happening there, and he threw a titty attack over that apparently. Like, how dare you discriminate against my child over this? Like, your child's underage. Please send him to the room or something.
By the way, before I forget, I wanted to point out, it's possible that there's two main groups that got VillyCon shut down. Autistic Tiger is one of them. The second one was a church group that was there. And based off the information I received a few days after VillyCon announced that they got shut down, it's more than likely that church group was Westboro Baptist Church. And what they do is they infiltrate hotels where conventions are being held, and they will use that power to the higher-ups that they have to get the conventions to shut down. And apparently they've done this 5 other times at 5 other cons. So VillyCon was a 6.
Damn that. I hope you'll pardon me on that. Like the religious group being assholes and trying to shut cons down, that I'll buy. That I can see happening there. I'm not so sure how connected they are with Westboro Baptist Church. And yes, we're referring to the cultist assholes, the ones who throw the freaking signs like, "Oh, COVID is for FAGs." I'm not gonna say it aloud. That's stupid shit.
By the way, fun fact, when I was still in high school back in 2011, I think this was 2010 or 2011, they protested at my high school because of the LGBTQ kids that were at my school. And here's the funny thing, only 4 people from Westboro Baptist Church protested, but over 100 adults and kids protested against them. There was news coverage, and there was a guy cosplaying Jesus over there that says God loves gays. So it was awesome.
Don't ever underestimate the power of geeks and the power of folks who are not assholes coming up towards assholes, like especially a little, like, because everyone in the Westboro Baptist Church is actually one big extended family of like 30 or 50 people. The fact that they can cloud their shit behind being a religious organization makes me sick, because that shit is what gives other folks who are religious a bad name. You know what I mean? There are plenty of religious folks who are not assholes. And there are plenty of non-religious folks who are massive assholes. But these guys generalize that shit and just make it worse for everyone else. You know what I mean? You can whether or not your beliefs is one thing. Like, you can believe whatever you want, but once you take that belief and try to turn it into action, like these guys at Westboro Baptist do, that's when it's a fucking problem. You know, like that, and I'm not sure exactly because when we went to VillyCon, I did see that there was a religious convention happening next door to it. So I'm not sure how well coordinated all that shit was, but I'm not sure that they were directly related to Westboro Baptist Church. But for real, it's like if these guys are the ones who are responsible for getting VillyCon shut down, then that's a fucking wreck, and I'm not down with that at all.
From what I understand, this church group was literally lying to attendees, saying that throw me a water. Thank you, my big brother.
Jose, do you need me to throw you water?
Shut up.
I love you too. I don't have water, but here's a pencil. I'll throw one over here. Yeah.
Although I do want to read off a comment
mind.
from Raffalaw 90. I do for the wrestling. I'm not sure what that's in reference to, but hey, listen, if you're a fan of wrestling, you can tune in on my program tomorrow night.
Yeah. So he tunes in. He watches us for the Wrestle Rewind show. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yay! Awesome. Yes.
His dream
please.
his dream is to be a wrestler. His dream has always wanted to be a wrestler, and that's something I also want to help him with once I do get famous. But back to the thing that I was saying before my brother sent me some water. Basically, what they were doing was they were lying to people who wanted to attend BillyCon, saying that it was canceled, trying to scare people away. They were shooing people off away from the Hilton, and then they were trying to get into the vendor's room without a ticket, without a pass. So they were literally trying to sabotage the con from day one.
Fucking ridiculous. That is just fucked up. I don't dude. If you're having a tend to your own house, you know what I mean. Tend to your own stuff. Don't worry about what other folks are doing. If you're in a shared space, just because I remember we went in through that one door where the hallway is for it, and I remember they're like, "Oh, you can't enter here. You have to go. You have to go through like we'll cut through over here. Like, oh no, you can't do that. Like, okay." And then as I was walking off, that's when I saw the banners of their big spiritual retreat thing. Like, of course it'd be uptight, like quote unquote Christian assholes, but still.
It gets better. It gets better.
Oh,
later
God.
on that Friday night when I was.
Is Angel still on the chat? By the way, I'm wondering. Sorry.
Hang on. No. I'm still here.
No, not you, Jose. I was asking if Angel was still watching on there. He's probably asleep. He's got work.
He probably is. He's probably either asleep or he's probably right now gaming. But let's go on, Sarah.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. It was just a thought.
No, it's okay. But basically that Friday night, I was in line to watch the Rocky Horror Picture Show panel. And a lot of people I was in line with was cosplaying Rocky Horror.
Right.
And
as one does.
People that came from the church group came through the hallway and they were just sneering, glaring, fucking talking shit the whole fucking time. And yet some of them were trying to get into the panel and into the vendor room. Still.
Jeez, all right. Number one, if you're gonna crap on Rocky Horror Picture Show, don't try and jump in on
that is a national
program.
treasure. You don't crap on Rocky Horror Picture Show. Period. Thank you. Goodbye.
That is a cinematic cult classic, and I do not appreciate people crapping on.
It deserves to be inducted into the Library of Congress.
Exactly.
Library of Congress.
I don't see any of the God's Not Dead movies getting in there. Do you?
Nope. But no, it's just these two groups, I believe, are the sole reason why VillyCon got shut down. And it hurts me so deeply because I loved VillyCon. I really did. And to see it, disappear really breaks my heart. And I'm hoping that, maybe one day, because right now, Naomi and Lewis are taking a break from the convention scene. They're taking a break from social media. They just want to try to rebuild themselves and try to get through what they're feeling. I told them straight up that you have me as a supporter on day one, that me and everyone love you, that you have an army behind you, because a lot of the cosplayers, vendors, some of the celebs that were a part of VillyCon prior, they are all backing up Naomi and Lewis because we want VillyCon to come back somehow.
Right.
We don't want it to be shut down forever permanently. I can understand that there were some points that y'all made last week that maybe there were some things that needed to be fixed, but that doesn't mean that every convention has perfection. Not everything in life is perfect. MegaCon sure as fuck has not been perfect since probably 2011, and not only that, but I've heard a lot of shit about FAE. I've heard a lot of shit about different conventions outside of Florida. So like I said, not every single convention has it's perfect. Nothing is perfect. But I still
Right.
go to MegaCon because I love it. I love VillyCon. VillyCon was rising up to almost the same level of MegaCon and AFO. It was steadily rising up. I do feel like though it could have gotten more help from the community as a whole. I feel like if more people had volunteered and more people jumped in to help Naomi and Lewis, then they wouldn't have been under so much stress. Like, I understand they're the owners of the convention, so that's their product, that's their baby. But I wish I could have done more to help them. Like, I wish I could have done more to help the con and save the con. If I would have known in advance that the church group was there, and if I sure as fuck would have known if Autistic Tiger was there, I definitely would have stopped any of them from fucking attending. Like, I understood though from where they were coming from. They love the cosplay community. They love the con scene. They wanted to make a convention that holds high regard to everyone that loves fandoms, that loves villains, that loves anti-heroes and whatnot. That's why I love about it. It's out of love. That's why they made the con. It's out of love from years of going to conventions and experiencing everything. For it to get shut down because of these two groups really made me mad. I cried. Like, Brandon was the one that called me and told me what happened. I cried my eyes out. I bawled my eyes out. Because they're the ones that saved my love for cosplay. And in the end, they got shut down because of bullshit and lies. It made me mad.
No, it's totally understandable. Like I'm over here, like I'm getting pissed off over the situation with what happened with Villicon, and
Yeah.
like you said, I hope to God that they are able to make their way back someday. If they're able to, they're able to bring Villicon back for the future, that would be.
I hope so too, because we mentioned it more than once. Like, we liked VillaCon. We liked that the formula that this con was going by, and it was great. We had fun, and like I said, it had legs to stand on.
And I agree, and I would love nothing more than to have Naomi and Lewis come back full swing and see Billy Khan rise from the ashes like a phoenix and come back. But I also know that at the moment, currently, they're taking a break from everything just because of what happened, and that they feel hurt, and that they're just really heartbroken at the whole situation. But I told them, no matter what, I will always be there for them. Because they saved my love of cosplay, they helped me get more notice in the cosplay community and as a whole. They support my dream of being on The Walking Dead. They literally demanded that I be Darla Dixon during that weekend of last month. Like, they were like, we want you to be Darla, we want you to be Darla, we want you to be Darla. I'm like, okay, I will be Darla for Saturday.
Like, all right, chill, please. I can only take so much affection. No.
No, I love affection. Please give me all the affection. I fucking love affection.
Sustained.
Like, I will give hugs. Like, Naomi, oh my god, I love this line that Naomi and Lewis said about me in one of their shoutouts prior to VillyCon. They said, if you've never had a hug from Sarah Serenity, you have never lived. She gives the warmest hug. She has the biggest heart, and she's just a beautiful soul. That meant so much to me because I hardly ever hear that from anybody.
Not just with the amount of passion that you're over here hitting up tonight, it shows. You've got so much fucking heart. You got so much fucking passion. You got so much understanding over here, and I cannot help but admire that. And I am thankful that you came up here tonight. You came on, and we're really thankful that you gave us your take on what was going on with Autistic Tiger. Of course, like I mentioned earlier, all this stuff, like anything that we were saying, was purely our own opinion. We're speculating. We're talking. We're just postulating. We're not asking anyone to harm anybody or try to take anyone away or anything like that. That's not what we want to do.
No, we are not encouraging violence.
No, not at all. What we are encouraging, however, is critical thinking. We're encouraging rational thought. We're encouraging empathetic thought. We're encouraging treating people not like an asshole. That is not that hard to do. It's very, very easy. I don't know why this guy has such a hard time with it.
I'm sorry, you looked adorable when you bounced.
I try to keep my bouncies under control here, but like it's when I'm getting into neurotic gesticulating in my speech mode, it's hard not to bounce. But I appreciate that.
I wish I could give you a pat on the head.
Like, I'm a grumpy old man. Do not pet. And then I grab your hand. And then I'll grab your hand like, no, just pet a little. But no more. Like, only 3 pets.
No,
like
but I really love Naomi and Lewis. I really love Naomi and Lewis so much. And I want the best for them. I want them to succeed. Just like they wanted me to succeed. And that means so much, which is why, I've been thinking about this for a while. And, whenever they're ready to, like, come back around, I would love, honestly, for Naomi and Lewis to have a part in my fan film that I've been trying to get off the ground for almost 4 years. And it is still a work in process. It is a fucking bitch to get off the fucking ground because I need fucking funding for it. But that being said, because they've been such big supporters of mine, I want to be able to give back to them properly. Like, I already told them from day one of VillyCon, like after the first time, you have me as a cosplay guest forever. Even when after I get famous, you guys set a date, I will fucking come out. That's it. That's being said.
Like, just say when and where, and I'll be there.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and I also know this. They tried really, really hard to get Norman Reedus to come out, to get Andrew Lincoln to come out, to get some of the cast members from The Walking Dead to come out. Like, I was surprised that they got Denise Crosby, and I didn't even know she was in The Walking Dead, so that was new for me.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, but like, hey, like the more you know.
Yeah, but like, she was such a sweetheart. She even loved my Darla Dixon cosplay, and she was in full support of it. Like, I asked her, like, what did you love being in more, Pet Sematary and The Walking Dead? She's like, that's like asking me which child I love more. I love them both.
Yeah, you can't freaking do that. Like, don't go making don't go making Denise Crosby pick her favorite roles on there. Like, that's almost cruel and unusual. Almost.
No, I was just curious. Like, I was just curious.
No, I'm just.
But I know. But I am nervous about when I do get to Fandemic and see how many people are excited to see me not only there, but also cosplaying as Darla Dixon. Like, I'm wondering if Michael Rooker and Ryan Hurst is going to remember me, because I'm going to be bringing Ed the Head with me, and I'm going to have it attached to my bow, because you're going to want to hear this. And I don't think Norman Reedus knows about this, so if he is watching this, I hope he is ready for a good laugh. During MegaCon last year in August, like the same day I was cosplaying Darla Dixon, I was given Ed the Head from Naomi and Lewis, and this is actually a genuine mask that Greg Nicotero made, and they used in season 2 of The Walking Dead. And It was inspired by a zombie from the Italian movie Zombie. So
I've heard of that. I only heard of that very passively, I think, from Justin Wang on YouTube. Like, but yeah, go on. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's fine. But anyway, I was carrying Ed the Head on my Indian recurve bow, and Michael Rooker started playing with it, fighting with it, acting like he was going to kick it. And then he's like, can I see it real quick? And I said, sure. He picks up Ed the Head, walks over to Mark Boone's booth, puts it next to Mark Boone. He's like, yeah, they look alike, except Mark Boone has the hair. He doesn't.
Oh,
damn.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
Oh man, he's gonna need a senzu bean for that one. Oh my god, that is I love it. Oh man. Oh
That was good. That was really good.
You broke me. Help.
You're welcome.
Shit.
You're welcome.
No, Sarah, because now I got to clean up. Now I got to clean up the mess. Damn it.
What, did he leak all over himself?
No, I think you broke me here. I think I'm.
No, it just means I have to drag his dead ass over to the bedroom on his bed.
Like, please remember to tuck me in and put my eye mask on.
Shut up. Shut up.
Here's the thing, though. Mark Boone, he's not on The Walking Dead, but he loves the idea of my character Darla Dixon. He loved the fact that she's Daryl's missing wife, and he was definitely interested in my actual Indian recurve bow. It's not a fake; it's a real bow.
Shit.
But I still use it as a prop.
I think I remember seeing it when we went to VillaCon, but I was afraid to like ask if I could touch it because I was like.
You're fine.
Oh, it's an actual Arkin bow. I don't want to like mess with it and accidentally get the string to break or anything.
Oh no, it's a really tight bowstring. Like the only way you're gonna be able to do that is if you put your foot down at the end of the bow to take the string off. Like it's an actual Indian recurve bow.
Shit.
And
yes.
Just to point this out real quick, because I get a lot of questions about this with the cosplay community and the Walking Dead community as a whole. The reason why I don't let my OC character use a crossbow is because people are going to think she's a female Daryl. She's not. She's his missing wife. She's not a gender bend version. She's not his little sister. She's not his daughter. She's his missing wife. His waifu. His wife.
It is his waifu for lifeu. There's a difference. Like.
And so, like, I wanted to give Darla, like, her own specialty weapon. So,
right.
She has her Indian recurve bow. She has a regular dagger. She has a fire opal dagger, and I do have one, and it is real and legitimate. And it's just the blade is dulled. And it was not cheap. It was fucking expensive. And I have crystal arrowheads to make arrows props.
Nice.
So basically what I did was I added more of like the Cherokee side of me into my character because believe it or not, a lot of Native American weapons can be made from crystal just as much as steel and rock. The crystal is actually one of the hardest things to mine out carefully, and
without it breaking, or you need it to have the right density composition, otherwise it'll just shatter.
Exactly, and the fire opal dagger that I have, fire opal is extremely rare and extremely hard to mine out without breaking. So I wanted to give something unique to my character, and in my series that I wrote, one of the things that Daryl gives to Darla as a way of showing her he loves her is a rose quartz angel necklace with a heart on it. And I wear that as my character because that's something that shows love from Daryl to Darla. Like, I made that clear to people, and a lot of people are, like, honestly all for it. A lot of people would want to see me on The Walking Dead as my OC character. And it would mean a lot to me to know, like, Norman's point of view on it. But the thing is, it's just that I know that he's a busy guy. I can't fault him for that. I know that he's busy, and I know that he currently has like his own film projects going on right now. And it's just I know that he has such love for his fans. Like, this is one of the reasons why I love Norman so much. It's his heart. His heart. He has a genuine good heart. He cares about others. He cares about people. He cares about his fans. He cares about the people around him. Like, believe it or not, I have met my fair share of bad egg celebrities, and I'm not going to list them here. But
of course not.
Norman is honestly one of the most genuine people I have ever met in my life. And the only other person that I can say that I have genuinely met to his level is Sean Patrick Flannery and Sean Clark. And
of course, Saints are saints in real life.
And and of course Michael Rooker, Ryan Hurst, and Mark Boone. I have to give them shout outs to that because oh my god, they're fucking awesome and they're fucking amazing. And Michael Rooker is fucking hilarious. I will never forget the day that he played with Ed the Head. But anyway.
Nice.
But no, I love Norman very much because of his heart. I love his personality. I love how genuine of a good person he is to others. Like, whenever I hear some people talk about Norman, they're like, oh, so you only love him for his wealth, for his status, for his money, for his looks? I'm like, no. Like, here's
I'm not gonna say like, okay, he's clearly well off. I wouldn't say he's like super mega handsome, but like then again, I'm a straight dude who likes ladies. There's a difference. like he's like on a guy scale, he's like a 7 or 8. All right, on here. Like I remember I had actually an argument with our friend what's his face? It was Andy Signor and Jody from Jody's Corner. They were having an argument who's the hottest guy amongst between Zac Efron and Henry Cavill. I'm like, I've got you both beat. If you want a guy who's like a perfect 10, who is masculine and hunky and very manly, mature man like Henry Cavill, but who's also very svelte and smooth and can sing and dance and move like Zac Efron, you just need Hugh Jackman, and that's it. He fits both those criteria. Like Norman, I almost call him Daryl Dixon because we're talking Walking Dead so much. Norman Reedus, he's up there. He's like an 8, maybe 8.5 in terms of a guy scale. You know, and I could say that with total security because I could tell when a guy, like, I can say, like, yeah, this guy's a handsome motherfucker, of course. Like right up there, I would say, like, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, those are, like, top-tier men. They're, like, top-tier dudes who, like, you want them to hold you and keep you warm at night. And they're the kind of guys that can keep you safe. And you know that their love is real. Like, I am getting hella gay and I am hella straight, but I can say this shit unironically because, like I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Like, those guys are like Norman Reedus. I want to have a smoke with him someday. I would like to have a smoke with him. Like, okay, so just for the sake of argument, if Hideo Kojima did ask you to come back and do a different game, would you do it, and what would you want to make it happen? Because we know that he was going to be in Silent Hills. I've got Death Stranding. It's one of my favorite games. I haven't finished it yet.
Mine too. I haven't finished it yet either. And believe it or not, I actually do plan on being a female version of Sam Bridges. I have the suitcase. I have the baby. I have the baby. I have the necklace. I have both of the necklaces.
You've got the necklaces. Shit, yes. Okay, yes. Like, I found those. I was like thinking, like, I want to get. You know, actually, no, I'm going to keep that part to myself because that's a little secret thing. But, like, yeah, no, the necklace, that's badass. That completes the whole set. Yes, do it. The moment you can get in as, like, a gender-bent Sam Bridges, fucking let me know. I would love to take your pictures for that. That would be awesome. But, like, yeah, at the end of the day here, Sarah, we're grateful that you joined us tonight. We're grateful for the message that you brought forth. You let us know more in depth of your experience with Autistic Tiger's dad, your own experiences in the con community. We got to talk about your own experiences in cosplaying and going through conventions. I love getting to know cosplayers and folks within the community, and I would love to have you on if we're just gonna shoot the breeze or you know, just gush over having a smoke with Norman. That would be fun. Like,
that would be
I
awesome.
don't even smoke weed, but if I would, I'm like, he's the guy I would want to smoke with. Like, with unironically, with no problem there.
But to finish the point that I wanted to get across, even if he wasn't a celebrity, if he was a regular person every day like me, I would still love him nonetheless because he has a genuine good heart. He has a beautiful soul. And I personally believe that he is hiding angel wings and he is secretly 27 because he looks really fucking good.
He's got the Keanu Reeves gene is what's going on. That's what's happening over here. We're over here thinking that he's just really, really rugged and handsome and that he's been like that since 1997. But the fact of the matter is he's hiding vampire genes. We were talking about that with Keanu Reeves here, but I think that's what's going on. He's got immortality. There is a painting of Norman Reedus out there somewhere, like the portrait of Dorian Gray. And it is slowly decaying over time. It is absorbing his aging while he remains immortal. That's what's going on. And the one of Keanu Reeves is right there next to him. It's in the secret undergallery of the Louvre. That's where it's at. That's my conspiracy of there.
Yeah, I genuinely love Norman for who he is as a person, as a whole, for his heart, for his soul, for his talents, for how he treats people, for how good of a person he is. The fact that he looks sexy as fuck is a fucking bonus.
That's a bonus right there. Exactly. Yeah.
And the thing that I'm hoping for though is to one day like be on the same success level as he is, because he's universally loved and he deserves to be universally loved because he's such a good guy, just like Sean Patrick Flannery is a good guy, and I've met him too, and he serenaded Red Riding Hood to me while I was cosplaying Red Riding Hood, and I about fainted on the fucking floor. Okay.
Oh damn. Oh my god. Oh, that like. See, it's folks like that. Those are the actors and those are the talent that are classy as hell, and I love that. Like I really do. I'm gonna go ahead and have us start wrapping up over here, if it's okay with you. I know we're on a roll, but like it's almost midnight over here. I know that folks have been tuning in and tuning off and in and out, and I appreciate that a lot. But like we can pick back up on another time. I know that you've got stuff you probably got to do. I know I've got to get my straight job in the morning, so that's.
Yeah, we all have stuff we need to do, but
you see that fancy thing up there? You see that big fancy white thing up there? Apparently, I have to pay money for that. It's called a roof. It's all the latest craze. It's what all the kids are talking about these days. A roof.
Oh my goodness. But nevertheless, we do appreciate you having being on our show as a guest, and having one other person to talk about other than me about this autistic tiger fellow.
Of course, I would be more than happy to join in on another podcast. And like I said, I'm just hoping at the end of the day that this kid ends up in a better home, in a better living situation with better parents. Like, I don't know the mom. I hold nothing against the mom, but if she's letting the father get away with all of this, then she's just as guilty as he is. And I hope that this little boy ends up growing up in a loving environment, in a positive environment, and in a good environment. Because at the end of the day, like, no matter what mental and physical disabilities you have every right to be loved, to be wanted, to be accepted, and you have just every right as everyone else who claim to be normal to have your dreams come true and reach your goals. And at the end of the day, that's what I try to do. I try to raise autism awareness, mental health awareness, and suicide prevention through cosplaying. And I firmly believe that despite all the mental disabilities I have, despite all the trauma and the heartbreak and everything that I've gone through in my life, I still deserve to be loved. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of happiness, and I am worthy of making my dreams come true and living a good life. That's all I want to do. I mean, I've already died once. Like, what else do I need to fucking go through?
Like, exactly. Like, Jose has actually got you. I'm not trying to make it a pissing contest here, but Jose actually beat you on that. He died how many times? Did you go under?
I died technically twice in the month of October.
Wow.
Technically, Jose, you died twice, but then again, he respawned almost immediately after, like 10 seconds after each time. But you haven't beat in longer time in which you remained unalive. So I don't know. I guess that's a draw for now. I'm not trying to make light of the situation.
Oh my goodness.
I was just trying to bring some bad levity. It's my crappy attempt at humor.
At some point, though, I want to give you both like a big, big hug, so you can actually experience the warm, big Sarah hugs that Naomi and Lewis love to brag on about.
Big ass.
Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate that warm, awesome hug. Do we have the link to her cosplay page or anything that we can post?
Where can folks follow you, Sarah Serenity Magical Cosplay? Where can we go follow you?
You can follow me on my Facebook page, Sarah Serenity Magical Cosplay. My Instagram is Sarah Serenity 117. My Twitter is Sarah Serenity Cosplay or at Sarah Serenity 17.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put those links up in the chat over here. So if anyone wants to follow you, they can go do so there. Give me and I appreciate you taking time tonight to join us on the Black Files. Join us on this discussion, and we'd love to have you back on. Even if we're just shooting the breeze, if we're not discussing anything hard or heavy like we had been doing tonight, we could just take the piss on something like, oh hey, I don't I don't know if you know this. Or like, since obviously you're a big horror fan and you're a big fan of Walking Dead, do you know of the Foo Fighters horror comedy movie coming out?
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Okay, so it's a horror comedy starring the Foo Fighters. Dave Grohl, the entire band. It's called Studio 666.
I've heard rumors about that, but I have not seen a trailer. I did not know what it was about.
The trailer is out. I think it's coming out later this month. I don't remember. Give me a minute over here. I'm actually going to go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say that's for another time, Juan. Let's try and wrap this up, okay?
Yeah, no, we're wrapping up. Don't worry. It's coming out at the end of the month, February 25th. So I would say, hell, if you want to go ahead and check that out, and we can shoot the breeze on that. I don't know if you'd be down with that. Would that be cool?
Sure. I mean, I'd be down to give my point of view on any horror movies that I enjoy and that I don't like.
Yeah, no, true, exactly. Like it's a horror comedy. It's like, it's not meant to be taken seriously, but it's got proper like supernatural horror shit going on. It's gonna be fun, from what I could tell from the trailer. Definitely look it up. You won't regret it. I could say that much.
I do recommend 2 horror musicals that I recommend for you.
Well, hang on a minute. I needed to fix something. There we go. Sorry, go on.
One of them is Repo the Genetic Opera.
We have that on DVD right over here.
And the other one is called Carnival.
Carnival?
Yes. And if you look up on Sean Patrick Flannery's wiki, he's in it, and he does sing.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, I'm going to look that one up. All right, yeah, I'm definitely looking that one up, and I'm going to try to pick it up sometime over here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap us up over here. Sarah Serenity Magical Cosplay. I appreciate you so much. I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to check out the chat real quick. I'm seeing Legend of the Traveling TARDIS jumped in here at the last minute. He's saying, I said the magic word, hugs. To you, Sarah. It is nice meeting you at VillaCon. Gene Rick on the chat who is agreeing, yeah, Hugh Jackman is a hottie. And Trafalaw, he agrees we're allowed to be a little gay sometimes. Guys are allowed to be a little gay for other guys. It's totally okay.
I fucking do it.
Gene Rick is saying, like, yep, Norman Reedus has the vampire gene of Keanu Reeves. Yep. So I totally agree with that as well. Yeah, and Ozzy on the chat was saying that Lewis and Naomi are definitely Gotham Underground family. And I appreciate everyone who came up on the chat tonight. Trafalon 90, Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, Gene Rick, the Ozzy J Cosplay, Angel who joined us tonight, Ems who joined us on the chat, Vamp Sith, Miss Riddlebox Cosplay who joined us on the Twitch chat. We don't get a lot of traffic on our Twitch channel. But yeah, no, like, I don't want to miss anyone's name. I'm over here double checking. I saw Gene Rick. Yep. Everyone, Vamp Sith. Yep. Okay. Yeah. And of course, Jose is already, he's checked out for the night. So he's, like I said, we got to work in the morning, whatever, but but yeah, no, we'll make sure to like tag Norman Reedus on this somehow, get him to watch, get him to join you. Sarah Serenity Magical Cosplay, have Darla Dixon show up in some form, have you show up, have you be there with them, even if it'd be cool if you have a moment where you're about to have a big on-screen kiss, but something comes up, you're like, okay, no, we ain't got time for this shit, we got shit to do. So like,
I'll get pissed. I'd get pissed.
But it'd be nice. It would still be cool. It'd be that it's not a will they, won't they. You will be. It's a will they will, just not in front of the camera, not for the audience to see.
Oh God. To give my final take on that though, most of all, I just want to be able to earn a place by his side and earn a place in his heart, even if it's as small as a pea. I just want to be able to earn my place in his heart, because I have a major fear, of being just forgotten and rejected, because some people think I'm too fat, I'm too ugly, I'm too average, and I'm too crazy for Norman to want to be around.
Yo, homegirl, same. I've got that same nagging, like, sense of self-loathing and like not feeling like I'm good enough thing. Like, yo, we need to talk sometime for real. We need to check that out sometime. But in all seriousness, like, I know for a fact, like, just your passion alone is enough to show, like, you know, he's gonna have, like, once you meet up, he's gonna be like, this girl, like, I've had people telling me about her. Oh my God, that is so fucking cool. I like I said, we're gonna will that into being somehow. I know. Like I said, we're three assholes in front of a camera. The Ravens flock we are, but like we're gonna help you out however we can. So
I just hope he remembers me for good reasons, and that I hope he'll love me in person.
I'm sure he will. I'm certain of it, and I know that's gonna happen. All right. So you hang in there, and thank you again so much for joining us tonight, Sarah Serenity. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping us up. Ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up our program for tonight. I want to once again thank our special guest, Sarah Serenity Magical Cosplay, for joining us on this episode of The Black Files, the uncensored, uncompromising podcast of the Ravens Flock, hosted by yours truly, Mr. Juan Arauz. Join us every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern as we simulcast live on Twitch and YouTube as we discuss the darker, harder topics of fandoms, of the cosplay community here in Florida and beyond, of geekhood, of movies, of video games, pro wrestling, the darker stuff, the stuff that folks don't want to talk about, the stuff that folks are afraid to talk about. We'll talk about it because we don't have that filter. We don't want to compromise on that. We're not going to insult people and be assholes about it, but we'll be assholes about it when it's warranted. So we appreciate you all joining us tonight. We appreciate you joining us on the chat, and we appreciate, if you haven't done so, like I said, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell on Twitch and on YouTube, and we invite you folks once again, and as always, to continue to follow us on Facebook.com/The Ravens Flock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/The Ravens Flock Online, Twitch.tv/The Ravens Flock Online, and remember to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/The Ravens Flock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock. For Sarah Serenity Cosplay, for Jose Casabona, for everyone on the chat tonight, I am Juan Arauz. This has been the Black Files, and we are out.